coop?
You can hotwire it.
I can't get to the wires.
Okay, then stay down and hold your ears.
How will I hear your beautiful voice?
Stop being adorable and get down. Lock on coordinates 43.16547. Fire now.
There are all sorts of spy movies out there, from the American Spy to the Gentleman Spy to the martial artist spy. But chances are, if you've seen spy movies before, you've seen nothing like this. This week we're talking about Spy, starring Melissa McCarthy, Rose Byrne, Jason Statham, Jude Law, and more on reviewsfortherestofus.com.
When I gave up teaching to join the CIA, I thought everything was going to be different. I thought it was going to be this amazing spy. I'm just the same boring person I was before.
Well, for what it's worth, I think you're brilliant as you are. I mean, look, okay. What's really so different between us and Karen Walker?
I think literally everything.
No, hang on, no, because you were just as good as her at the academy.
She's had more successful missions than even Fine.
Oh, she's the worst. Look at her. She thinks she's so perfect, isn't she? Oh, hi, I'm Karen Walker. Super spy. Perfect hair, perfect face. She probably cries herself to sleep every night.
I don't think she probably does.
She probably does. And not like sort of cute little tears, like really sort of, you know, silent kind of big.
I don't.
Like a sort of upside down kidney bean. This is what I look like when I'm asleep.
Be quiet.
She won't know who we are, she's so full of herself.
If you haven't figured it out, Spy is not your typical spy movie. Melissa McCarthy, literally, her story is that she starts as an elementary school teacher that turns CIA spy and then rogue field spy. And of course, she's chasing down nuclear terrorists all over Western Europe. What else, right? It's a spy movie. The end result, though, as far as how is this movie, it's a funny movie. It is so much funnier than her last movie, Tammy. It's not even funny. In fact, it is a hilarious film from almost start to finish, but it's not one of those movies where there's a ton of laugh out loud moments, as much as you're pretty much laughing at something all the way through. And some of the one-liners Melissa McCarthy delivers in this film, hilarious. And then the fact that Jason Statham is not only in it, but making fun of pretty much every other Jason Statham film that's ever lived, priceless. So where should you see this movie? Well, I strongly suggest you see this movie in the theater because they did something really unique. I kind of thought it was going to either be a comedy and lean more that way and less spy or vice versa, but they kind of figured out how to marry the two. And so it's a legitimately funny, legitimate spy movie, and it's worth seeing in the theater because of that. It's got cool visuals and sound effects and all that, worth spending the 10 or 11 bucks or whatever it is where you live. But who should you see it with? That's important on this one because it's rated R, and it's rated R for two really important things. So right off the bat, I'll tell you, I wouldn't take young teenagers on below to this movie. One, there's a scene of fairly graphic nudity that's unlike nudity you typically see. If you take my meaning, it's definitely more than I'd want my kids to see. But even more than that, the F word in this movie is used like a verb, adverb, pronoun, adjective, I mean, you name it, English teachers, it's in this movie. It is everywhere. So if you don't want to hear your younger kids repeating that every other word, you might take that into consideration. Beyond that though, this movie, because it's such a good marriage between comedy and spy, it's a great date night movie. Girls' night out, you could love it. Guys' night out, you could love it. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this movie review. If you did, please share it with your friends. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. And if you happen to miss our review last week of the new action movie San Andreas starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, great action flick by the way, you can click here and watch it now. And we'll see you next week on reviewsfortherestofus.com, reviews for movie fans by movie fans.